Hello, welcome to another fun math lesson. This week we're working on 2.N.1.3. Use place value to describe whole numbers between 10 and 1,000 in terms of hundreds, tens, and ones. Know that 100 is 10 tens and 1,000 is 10 hundreds. So here's our real world connection. Let's say your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa has two stacks of money. One is for you and one is for your brother or your sister or your cousin. It's for someone else. But you get to choose first. One stack contains a bunch of pennies and one stack contains dimes. So you're told that there are 55 pennies in one stack and 6 dimes in the other stack. And you want to pick the one with the most money. Which one would you choose? I have a little representation for you. So here's our dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here are our pennies. Look how many pennies they have. And they told us that there are 55 of these pennies. So which one are you going to choose? Make your choice now. What do you think? Boy, the one with more pennies looks like a lot more money. But the value of a penny is only 1 cent. And each dime is 10 cents. So we have 55 pennies and 6 dimes. To count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So even though there's only 6 of them, a dime is worth more than a penny. So if we have 6 dimes, that gives us 60 cents. That's 5 more cents than the stack of pennies, even though there's 55 pennies. So we'd rather take this tiny stack of dimes than a big stack of pennies, right? And this is important because place value is important. It helps you understand the meaning and the value of a number, right? So yeah, you got to understand that so that you get that 5 extra cents. All right, so if you don't have your whiteboard with you, pause the video, go grab it. If you don't have your paper, if you don't have a whiteboard, you can always do it on a piece of paper, so make sure you grab that. So go get that now, pause the video if you have to. Okay, so we have our base 10 cubes here. So we have the little cube, it's 1, and it represents the ones place. It has the least amount of value, kind of like our pennies. And then when we stack them all in tens, that's 10 ones, and that represents the tens place. Then when we put all these rods together, we put 10 rods together, it gives us this flat one. And that 10 tens, so there's 10 of these tens, it represents 100ths place. Okay, so look at this. This picture shows 3 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 5 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that makes the number, you just write the numbers down, 357. The value of the 3, because remember we said these were hundreds, so it's 300. We said the value of these were 10, so we got to count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 5 of them is worth 50. And then these are just worth 1, and there's 7 of them. So there's 7 is 7. If you don't know how to count by tens, we did that, I think, last week. We need to practice that, okay? So practice that. Do some practice together. How about that? So how many groups of 10 can be made out of these little blocks? Well, this is real easy. All we have to do is count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold up one finger as a reminder. So that's 1. Let's keep counting. We've got to start over then because it only wants a group of 10. So let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can only make one group of 10 because we don't have enough when we started counting again. So we only can make one group of 10. What about this? What is the value of 4 and 245? 245. You need to get those your tens value or your place value chart out or draw these out. Okay? Let's think about that. Get your whiteboard out and either draw your base 10 out or get a tens chart out. Or, I'm sorry, a place value chart out. Here's one example of a place value chart. Okay? It has the hundreds, got the flat ones here. Shows you the tens, it's those rods, and the ones are the single ones. And what is the number we're trying to figure out? So we have 3 places, and our number is 3 numbers. It has the 2. This is going to be hard. Let me see if I can do it. 2. Oh, that looks pretty good. 45. Okay, and it wants to know what the value of the 4 is. So remember, we're going to have 4 of these rods. 2, 3, 4. In the hundreds, we're going to have 2 of these square things. I'm not very good at drawing squares on the computer, am I? And then we're going to have 5 squares, little squares all by themselves. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it wants to know the value of the 4. And remember, we have to count by tens when we do that. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So the value of the 4 is 40. So there, we have the 40 there. 245. So this would be 200. That would be worth 40. And then the 5 is just worth 5. Okay. So the next question is write a number with 300, 6 tens, and 2 ones. I'm going to put the place value chart back up for you in case you need to look at it. Then after I get the place value chart up, pause it and see if you can do 300s, 6 tens, and 2 ones. 300s, 6 tens, and 2 ones. That place value chart, pause it. You want 300s, remember 100, 6 tens, and 2 ones. 300s, 6 tens, and 2 ones. Your answer. So we have 300s, 6 tens, and 2 ones. So our number is 362. Is that what you got? Why don't you try the next one? What is the value of 7 and 739? Pause the video and write it on your whiteboard. And then unpause the video and check your answer. Okay, do you have the answer? The value of 7, remember it's in the hundreds place, so it will be 700. The next one, what number is shown? Look at these. Let's see if you can do this on your own. Pause the video and write down what number you see here using these space 10 blocks. Remember how to do that? Pause the video and write it on your whiteboard or your paper. So how many are here? There's 1, 2, 3. So we would write a 3. That's a terrible 3, I apologize. And then there's 2 tens. And 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So we have that very big number, 324. See if I can write it better over here. 324. Good, is that what you got? How about the next one? How many groups of 10 can be made from base 10 blocks in question 5? Okay, so we got to go back to question 5. How many groups of 10 can we get? This one's really tricky. Remember, how many did we say were in a hundreds? One of these flat ones. There are 10 tens because the rods are tens. So again, we're going to count by tens. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Makes 50. So that gives us how many groups of 10? So here's 10 groups right here. 10 groups right here. 10 groups of 10 right here. And 2 groups of 10 right here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That one was a hard one. That is a lot of 10s, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well look at this one. This is a little bit easier. What number has 9 hundreds, 6 tens, and 4 ones? What do you think? Pause the video and write your answer down, and then come back and check it. Okay, did you get 964? If you did, that's correct. You just put the numbers in order from left to right here, okay? What about this one? What number has 5 hundreds, 7 tens, and 3 ones? Pause the video and write it down, and then come back and check. So we have 5 hundreds, 7 tens, and 3 ones. Is that what you got? You can always use a place value chart if you need to. This on your agenda. You don't have to print it out, but you can if you want to. But you can recreate this on a piece of paper. You can just make 3 columns, or you can have an adult or an older sibling do it. Make 3 columns and label them hundreds, tens, and ones. And if you want to make the base 10 blocks in it, you can. You don't have to. You can just put hundreds, tens, and ones, and then you can write it in. When it says, if it has 3 hundreds, you can just write 3 here. If it says it has 6 tens, you'd write a 6. If it said it had 8 ones, you would write an 8. And then our number would be 368. See? Real easy. Try a couple more before you go. 40 tens equals what number? Let's go try on our place value chart. These are getting really hard. There's 40 of these tens. How many is in this one? There's 10 of them. And it says it has 40 in it. So let's see. Let's draw some things. Okay, I know one of these squares has 10. Another square has 10. That's 10, 20. You got to know how to skip count by tens. So if you don't know how to do that yet, you really need to practice. We have another one. 10, 20, 30. Look, and then that makes 40 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So we would write this as a 4. But what about these? We don't have any numbers there. So if it doesn't tell us any numbers there, you have to write a 0. We can't put 40 in here because only one number can be used, okay? You can only put one number in each column. So we have 4 tens of tens. So our number would be 400 if we had 4 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So we put a 4 there, and it'd be 0, 0. Be 400. Try the next one on your own. Here's 90 tens equals what number? Let's go back to our place value chart. 90 tens. 90 tens is a lot. So this is 10 tens. So start by drawing your square. And that's 10. 10. Okay, I got you started. You need to make it equal 90. So 10, 20. That's up to 20 now. So pause the video and do it on your whiteboard and let me know what you get. Kiddos, what did you get? How many of these boxes did you draw? Remember, there's 10 tens, and it wants us to get to 90. So we got to count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. How many squares is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So there's 9 flats there. So 9 tens of tens equals 90. And then remember, they didn't say anything here. So that would be 0 and 0. So it asks 90 tens equals 900. That is a big number. That's almost 1,000. That's a big number, and you did that. Good job. If you need help later in the week, you can refer back to this video. You need to keep practicing skip counting by tens. That will help a lot when you do these place values. So you're going to do great. Remember, refer back to the video if you need help this week.